Kyle's Athletic Shinty Club is a shinty team from Tighnabruaich, Argyll, Scotland. It is one of the sport's most illustrious names. Presently playing in the Premier Division, their second team is presently playing in South Division 1. In 2012 they won the Camanachd Cup for the first time since 1994, defeating local rivals Inveraray in the final. History. The club was founded in 1896 as Kyle's Athletic Football and Shinty Club, the same year as the first Camanachd Cup, which Kyle's have gone on to win more times than any other club apart from the Badenoch Giants. Newtonmore, sharing the second-place spot with Camanachd, 21 times in all. They have also won the Celtic Society Cup 29 times and the Macaulay Cup a further 10 times. They won the Grand Slam in 1966, at that point consisting of the Camanachd, Macaulay, Celtic Society and Down Senior League. Kyle's play in royal blue shirts with white shorts and red stockings as their first set of jerseys were presented by Rangers FC. Kyle's won the Grand Slam in 1966, the only time the club has done so, winning the Dun League. Until the formation of the National Premier League, Kyle's were the dominant side in South Shinty, having won the inaugural Amalgamated South League in 1974-75 and then winning every league from 1977 to 1988. A great constant since the late 1970s has been Kenny MacDonald, who is still helping manage the first team today. He has played for Scotland and also won the Albert Smith Medal. He was also part of the Kyle's team which won the Macaulay Cup alongside his son Roddy. In the early 2000s they enjoyed a yo-yo existence in the national leagues, and whilst still a match for anyone in remote Tighnabruaich, they struggled to regain their prime position in South Shinty until the next decade. They faced Loch Carron in the playoff for entry into the Premier League in 2006. They lost 2-1 in a close game at the Elan. Newtonmore, consigning the club to another year outside the top flight, returned to the top. On the 7th of September 2007, Kyle's defeated Ballachulish 2-0 away from home to gain promotion back to the top flight. In 2008, the club played well and stayed in the Premier Division. In 2009, the club came to international attention when 2 of their players were diagnosed with swine flu. This resulted in Kyle's fixtures being postponed. The club also made it to the final of the Camanachd Cup after an extra-time replay of a match against Camanachd which they won 4-3. The original game was called off with Camanachd leading 4-1 with 30 minutes left. Kyle's went on to lose the final 4-3 in Oban to Fort William despite coming back from 3-0 down to draw 3-3 before the decisive Fort William goal. Kyle's controversially refused to travel to Bewley on 28 November 2009. When bad weather had rendered their park unplayable and no alternative ground could be found for what would have been a title decider for opponents Camanachd. This refusal led to Kyle's being docked 2 points. This was appealed and led to Kyle's leapfrogging Glenurquhart into 4th place in the 2009 standings. Kyle's started the 2011 season with 5 straight wins, including 2 important victories away to Inveraray and Fort William this year. This has raised hopes in Tighnabruaich of a maiden Premier Division title. Kyle's went unbeaten for the whole season, winning the Macaulay Cup and the Glasgow Celtic Society Cups. Their only defeats were to Inveraray in the Camanachd Cup and heartbreakingly to Newtonmore in a winner-takes-all game for the Premier Division at Dunoon Stadium, due to Tighnabruaich being unsuitable. Even more heartbreaking was the manner in which they lost, requiring only a point to make realistically sure of a maiden title. They succumbed to a last-minute goal from Danny McRae 2012 would see Kyle beaten to the league again by Newton Moore, but this disappointment paled into insignificance with the victory of the team in the Camanachd Cup final in Oban, defeating Inveraray 6-5 in a classic final. In 2013, Kyle relinquished the Camanachd Cup to Newton Moore 3-0. Kyles had beaten Moore previously in the Macaulay Cup final and also won the Celtic Society Cup. The second team also won South Division 2. In the 2015 season, Kyles lifted the Celtic Society Cup for the third year in a row. Kyles Athletic official page. Kyles gained promotion. Kyles returned to the Premier.